Hey, this is Shiraz, and before we get started, I just want to let you know that when I clear something for someone, when I cause a shift, I tend to yawn and cough from the energetic shift that happens. I don't know why it happens. It's just how my body works. And if you don't know that, you're going to listen to this video and go, what the hell is wrong with this guy? You might still think that, but now there's more of an explanation. The other thing to keep in mind is that if you hear something that you can absolutely relate to, when I cleared for them, you can get it cleared for you too. Just say yes when they're saying yes, and it works. I have people that watch these videos every morning to get stuff cleared. This can be your new morning habit too. Okay, that's enough for that. Let's get on with the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you get a great shift out of it. See you soon.
So I have this I feel like there's this resistance of growing and scaling, right?
Yeah.
So I have to choose between either having a thriving business, like you were talking about speaking. I'd love to speak and I'd love to travel,
Yeah.
but I have to be a mom and I have to stay at home with my daughter and I have to be a good mom and I have to do the things for her. Or I give up really being an intentional mom and I get to go live my life. And for me to be able to grow and scale my business, I have to be able to speak and travel and do all the things.
Okay.
So there's this limitation of this cap of I know there's other ways of doing it, but I feel like I'm in my little box and I'm not willing to give up one or the other, but I don't feel like I can have both.
Okay, so that's the story.
I know.
Okay. And it's
Very
funny.
deep story though.
The event I just was at, Dr. Obam Bowen's mastermind, he travels 100% of the time with his family. And so we're in this mansion and he's giving a talk, and then his little 4-year-old daughter wanders onto the stage and it's like, Daddy, could I have a kiss? And he's like, oh, sure, sweetie. So in the middle of his talk, he stops, he picks up his daughter, he gives her a hug, he gives her a kiss. She's like, thank you. And then he's like, okay, and then leaves. And so, and he's teaching us that this is a possibility and that he's going to show his daughter love. He's going to interrupt the rest of us to show his daughter love because she's the most important thing to him.
And I see that for other people, just not for me.
Other people, yeah. No, not you, just everyone else.
I mean, because my coach, I mean, we just spent 3 days in Puerto Rico. I mean, she lives in Puerto Rico now, but her son was there the whole time. She homeschools him. He's around, brilliant entrepreneurs. And I mean, he does, she gets him up on stage. I'm like, that is exactly how I want to raise my daughter. Yeah. But I have to deal with her dad, who is the exact opposite of that and will do whatever he can to limit my success, my growth, and my choices at any point in time that he possibly can, and has proven that. So you were talking about being afraid of other people's reactions and accountability and stuff like that. And I'm afraid of the repercussions that come or the limitations or the blocks that are going to come every time I try and do something. There's the other side that comes out of left field and creates a roadblock of some sort.
Okay. What if he didn't exist?
That'd be awesome. Oh, sorry. Was that out loud?
That was out loud, and it also wasn't true.
Well, okay. So yes, I don't want her to go through that loss, and I don't want to deal.
That's not the part.
Okay.
If you didn't have him as an excuse not to do business. See how uncomfortable you just got there?
I know. Well, because I know that I've been doing it. I know that I still there's still the addiction to there's the addiction of him being the problem.
Yeah.
I just realized that. Yep.
So he has to keep showing up in a certain way so that he continues to be the problem. So you have him as an excuse in your back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
What would happen if you didn't have him as an excuse?
I'd have to play a much bigger game.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want to play a game?
Yes.
That's the question. Yes.
I do. And at the same time, saying that, I know it's not true, because there's definitely a part of me that's yeah, you do not.
Are you capable of playing a much bigger game?
Yes, I am.
Well, that's not true either. I know you.
Well,
I can feel you want it to be true, but that's.
I know it's like, can I play at a level that's big enough to match? Can I be enough to match the vision I have?
Yep. Can you?
Apparently not.
Okay. So are you willing to step out of the story that you need him as an excuse so that you don't have to hit the vision you have for yourself?
No, because that would mean I'd have to hit it.
Yeah.
I love how you make me squirm every time on Zoom.
I love you too.
Oh, wait, I should have that fist right now, shouldn't I?
Yes. Very good. It was funny. There was someone else that was at the same event I was at. So this fist was on their table at the event. And I was just like, oh, I want two of them. I want to do the double fisted. So, I got to figure out who makes them and get a bunch of them. So, because that would be great because I could give it all to you guys. So when you come on Zoom and I ask you a certain question, you're like, straws.
My fist. Oh, no, I want to play a bigger game, and at the same time, like, that is terrifying.
Mhm.
And part of it is like, can I sustain it?
So here's the answer to that. No, because eventually
I know.
you won't sustain it because you'll get bored of it and want to go even bigger.
Okay. That's not what happened last
Right?
week. Last week I was on a roll. I signed up 3 new clients. And then I was on cloud 9. And then I had one of the couples that I signed up called me back and they're like, we can't afford it. We're freaking out. We're so scared. And I immediately boom, just crashed.
Okay.
Like my high just ended. And so, yeah, I don't love that roller coaster. I don't.
But the roller coaster exists because you're trying to make sure you don't play too big a game and then crash.
And I'm crashing anyhow.
But you're crashing in smaller amounts to prove. This is the thing. You do it in small amounts to show yourself, well, what would have happened if it's a big amount? If it hurts this much at the small amount, let's make sure we don't go to that high level because that's going to hurt way more. And so then you have to keep putting these crashes into your life instead of just going to, you know what, we're just going big.
Yeah, like the self-sabotage is strong.
Yep. So are you willing to step out of the story that you need to create the smaller crashes to remind yourself not to have the bigger crash?
Yes.
Sort of. I thought it could have shifted.
I hate roller coasters. No. I want it to be yes. I just I know that I'm scared of the crash. I'm scared of the big, I think about how long it took me to recover from my marriage and divorce.
Yep.
And maybe it's a self-trust thing of whether or not if my business tanked that bad.
Yep.
What would I do then?
So remember that you're not actually afraid of the crash. You're afraid of the emotional impact of the crash.
Right.
So when you decide, well, if someone pulls out like these people did, I'm like, okay, well, they pulled out. Let's just move on.
I know.
As opposed to, oh, man.
Logically, I get that, but the visceral reaction in my body was so freaking profound.
Okay.
Logically, I'm like, yeah, it wasn't the right person anyhow. They were going to be a handful anyhow. They're freeing up space for someone else. I get all the things.
And still. So I want you to get this. This is what you did. You had a client that was not a good fit. And you signed them up so that they could leave so you could crash, so you could remind yourself, don't go big. That's the story you just played out. You just told it to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was speaking in a place that I probably shouldn't have been speaking in the first place about a topic that I said I wasn't going to speak about anymore.
Well, if that isn't setting yourself up, I don't know what is.
Oh, Oh my gosh. So crazy. Yep.
So what's happening is you're being driven by what could go wrong rather than being driven by what will go right.
God. I just had a flash of, like, I was reading, I think it was Secrets of Millionaire Mind, and they were talking about rich people play to win and poor people play not to lose.
Yes.
And I've been playing not to lose.
Yep. Stop that.
You can step out of that story.
Okay. So are you willing to step out of the story that you have to play not to lose?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay. Make the decision that you're just going to win and there's no other possibility.
Sounds like a great idea.
Isn't it? And this is the sweet spot, though, is that I'm going to be a success. I am moving towards that big success and I'm seeing the results. And every day it's getting closer and closer to that big goal that's eventually going to be the small goal because it's going to be a bigger goal. And that's just how my life is going to go. And if there's something comes up along the way, I don't care. That's just a hiccup. It's on the way to success. Everyone has these little hiccups that come up on their way to success. Sometimes the hiccup is a client drops out. Sometimes the hiccup is you just lost $50,000, but it's still just a hiccup on the way to success.
Funny how we need to learn what we teach.
You know what's funny is I was at this event. I'm in a room full of coaches, and I did my presentation. I did some energetic magic demos, and they're just all sitting there going, "What the fuck is going on right now?" Because they're all shifting. And then when I was doing one-on-one sessions with them, they're all like, "But I teach this." Like, I know you do. But you're too close to the problem, so you don't see it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we have coaches, right?
That's why we have coaches. There was a really cool moment for me on this event because Dr. Obama teaches a lot of the same stuff I do. And he's going through these concepts, and I'm staying in what I teach my students, especially if you're in the energetic magic classes, always have the beginner's mind. So he's teaching concepts I know, but I'm taking it in like a beginner. So I'm hearing it for the first time. And one of the things he taught was, have you ever done the thing where you put the 9 dots on the paper, like 3, 3, 3,
yeah,
and then you've got to connect them without letting the pencil come off the paper. And the only way to do it is to go past the border, like the imaginary border you've created in your mind, and go further out. And that way you can connect everything out and you don't have to lift your pen off the paper. So he's telling that lesson, and I'm thinking about, oh my God, I haven't heard that in years. That's so cool. And then later on, I'm in front of a Flipboard that I'm using to demonstrate stuff. And as I go up there, I go, oh, where's the marker? And I'm looking on the tray. There's nothing on the tray. I'm looking to see if it's attached to the top. And someone says it's just over there. And I'm like, over there? That gives me no information. So it's like over on the shelf. And so I go over the shelf, and there's markers sitting on the shelf. And I'm thinking, oh, because the Flipboard is my little 9 dots. And I was refusing to go past it to the marker that was literally 2 feet away. It was in my view, and I just wasn't seeing it. And I'm like, yeah. How often am I doing this in my life? Because if I'm doing it in this space, I'm doing it in other spaces, and I'm missing out on opportunities. I'm missing out on things that could be there to boost my business. And because I was in that beginner mindset, I was just like, okay, you've got to stop this. You've got to be way more open than you are right now. Right?
Yeah.
And because I was too close to the problem.
Well, and so, I mean, there's a part, so I keep saying that I want to scale, and I keep wanting to put myself out there, and I want to do more.
Yep.
And then I keep hiring the wrong people, or am resistant to the right people.
Yes, of course, because of the story we've just been working on.
I
If you
know.
get the right people, then you're going to go big, and that's going to freak you out because, oh my God, what if I lose it?
I know. And I'm like, like my whole thing is like, I just want somebody to do it for me. And so I right now have this guy sitting in front of me to do it for me.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, I'm skeptical. I don't know. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. And I'm like, oh God, how much money have I thrown at stupid stuff that was strategy, but no fulfillment? And this is all fulfillment of my stuff.
Okay.
That would actually get it done instead of me thinking about doing it and then not doing it.
I would go with fulfillment.
Mm-hmm.
You've had enough coaches to teach you strategy.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But then I'm like, oh, but I don't know. That's a lot of money. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't.
So actually, and here's the thing, I was going to call you because one of the guys that I met has a fitness program that's an add-on to people doing nutrition.
Mm.
And I thought that might be a good fit for you. So I was going to give you a call on that. And that is all about fulfillment.
Mm. Okay. That might be a good addition.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to this all or nothing thing.
Mhm.
Did we shift that? Is it gone?
Okay. Is it okay to have massive success?
No.
What's wrong with having massive success?
I don't know. I just know it's not. I just feel it's not. There's greater expectations.
Yep. Do you have to live up to other people's expectations?
Yep.
Are you willing to step out of that story?
Yep. Yeah, I forget if you were working with Christina or Tatiana, but you're like, nope, that's all good. And I'm like, no, it's not.
It's not. It's their stuff. Like even like back to this weekend again. Obama kept hyping me up and hyping me up like with like 2 days before I was actually speaking, and I'm like, dude, stop this. Like, right. And I like I'm doing it jokingly because I don't care. He can raise the bar as high he wants. I'm just gonna come out and be me, and they have to deal with it.
Mm.
So
yeah, I step out of
but-
that story, but that's not true for me.
Yeah.
Because you're saying that, and I'm like, oh, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, but it's you putting the pressure on yourself,
No.
right? I just
No.
came out to play. Right. And this is the thing. This is how you want to show up in your business, how you want to show up and just come out to play and let people think what they want to think. Right. Because some people are going to hate you even if you're outstanding.
Right.
And some people are going to love you just by looking at you. Right. So don't worry about their expectations.
Yeah. That whole word play brings up a whole nother set of stuff.
Are you allowed to
I have
play
to
in
do
your
it the right
business?
way. Do it perfectly. What?
Are you allowed to play in your business?
No, I have to do it right.
Oh.
I have to get the marketing right. I have to do delivery right. I have to do the workshop right. I have to do all the things.
Oh yeah. So it's look how I'm doing my business right. I'm in a car doing a workshop, right? I have an
I know, but I
email
look
that
at
was
like, I have
supposed to.
horrible lighting right now. I mean, this is
Yeah.
terrible.
Okay. I had to send out an email 2.5 hours ago to let people know this workshop is going on. And I couldn't get connection from the airport. And so that email is going on after this workshop goes out.
It
Right.
happens. I just hate it when it happens because what does it make me look like? It makes me look inept and
No, it makes
unprofessional.
you look human.
Yeah.
Remember, people hate perfection. If you're coming off perfect all the time, they can't relate to you. So
Yeah.
I have emails going out, and I mean, just a couple of weeks ago, the email went out that said, "Hello, name." Oops.
Yeah. So how do I step out of somebody else's expectation of me? Because I mean, honestly, like I feel the fact that it's like, it's my parents.
Yep.
Like I literally had to take their picture down. Please don't put this one on YouTube. But I had to take their picture down.
Hold on, because it's going to go up. So
we'll see when they come.
I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So is it okay for other people to judge you?
Yeah.
That feels true. Ooh, you're in a cool space now.
I'm gonna do it anyhow. I don't need to live by it though.
Well, yeah, they're going to do it. They're going to judge. There's people judging you all the time. You just aren't aware of it until you decide, oh, well, now I'm going to be up on stage or I'm going to be on a call. But meanwhile, you're like walking around the street and people are judging you. So
Mhm.
you just have
Well,
that.
it's really funny, like going back to Elizabeth, when she's like, it's the permanency.
Mhm.
Like, yep, put me in front of a room, I am on fire. Put me in front of a camera where I know it's going to live out there on social media for the trolls to attack. Like,
Yeah.
Yep. Universe agrees.
So let the trolls attack. The trolls are stuck in their limited thinking and their smallness, and they're lashing out to feel big. That's it.
It's so it goes back to my new little demon that I just let go of, because there was stuff that I told him when we started dating 15 years before we got divorced.
Yeah.
And after being together for 13 years, pulled it out and used it against me.
Yep.
So it's that like building up an arsenal of all the shit to attack me with, like recognizing that that's there. And I think that for me is part of it.
Here's the thing. He can't use it against you if you don't give a crap what he thinks.
Fair. I really wind myself into these little back corners, don't I? God. All in the name of staying safe.
Yep. Stop trying to be safe.
Yeah. Play to win, not play not to fail.
Yep. Play to win. Play to win. Play to have fun. It's called play.
We're working on that concept, Shiraz. Me and my little tiny turtle sitting here for my daughter.
Aww.
I will work on playing more and worrying less.
Yeah.
Yes.
How's that feel?
Like a work in progress, but better.
Good. All right. Stop giving a crap what other people think.
Yes.
Because here's the thing, 97% of the people out in the world there are just are doing the exact same thing. They're thinking about what are people thinking about me? They're not actually thinking about you. They're too busy worrying what other people think about you, about them. Right?
Right. Well, and yeah, there's a part of me that that is scared to show up powerfully. Like I recognize this, especially in new people that I meet. I will show up lesser than
Yeah, stop
or I'll
that.
throw myself under the bus, or I'll talk about my issues versus my greatness.
Stop that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Bob.
I mean, this is it. Just when I showed up at this event, Obam teaches mindset, and he's working days teaching people, trying to shift their mindset. I walk in and shift people in 5 minutes. Did I show up too powerfully? No, I had that room. Did he get upset that I showed up powerfully? He's like, no, this is who I bring. This is the talent I bring. People want to come to my events.
Yeah.
When you step into your greatness, you pull the world into you. Right? This is it.
Mm-hmm.
You become that beacon of light. You become the inspiration, and people pay you for it. Don't play small for anyone. And from a parent's point of view, if you're playing small for other people, you're teaching your child to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So stop it. Just
Stop it.
stop it. Just stop it. Watch that video over and over again. Stop it.
Stop it, or I'll bury you in a box.
Yes.
Okay,
Right.
Stopping. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a like. And if you had a shift of your own, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Also, check out the description for energetic magic events that you can attend every single month. Be well, be aware, and be magical.